Joining a clinical trial as a healthy patient is a great way to learn about new treatments, and at the same time doing something that can help further research. Many of these clinical trials will even compensate you for your time. To see if you qualify to become a hero for a local study, please click on the link in the description. Now, please enjoy this video. Hello there. So this video today, we're going to be talking about the gut and brain connection. We're going to be talking about what is neurofeedback. We're going to be talking about why neurofeedback. And so let's start with the gut and brain connection. I always like to educate because the gut is our second brain. And the largest vagus nerve that connects our brain to our gut sends a lot of the same messages and chemicals that go between the two. In fact, we have all these neurotransmitters in our gut that we also make in our brain. Serotonin is actually made in the gut. And then it goes through a process and then it's converted to 5-HTP, which then makes serotonin in the brain. And for those of you that don't know what serotonin is, because I didn't, serotonin is it's called our happy molecule. It's our happy hormone. And so it makes us feel good, that overall sense of well-being. So it's important to know that when our gut is inflamed and not doing well, our brain, chances are our brain is going to be having a lot of disruption, meaning that we're going to suffer from things like anxiety and depression and just not feeling well, probably not making enough serotonin in the brain. So it's important to know that the two work together and that the gut is our second brain. Now I'm going to be talking about what is neurofeedback. I started doing neurofeedback about 10 years ago because I understood the importance of the brain and how it can help work on the gut. When we get our gut healed and we take proper nutrition and then we start doing neurofeedback to kind of reset that vagus nerve that I was talking about before, our brain can get disrupted. In other words, we have different waves in our brain and they can become too high or too low, kind of like our computer system. Sometimes we got to go in and clean up the computer. We've got to go in and reset our brain, which is the computer system for our whole body. So what neurofeedback does is it goes in and resets the brain. We do what is called a brain map, which is a EEG. When you get your heart checked, it's an EKG. This is an EEG, which is a brain map. So we actually put a cap on, we fill the holes with gel, and then your brain waves communicate to the screen and we get what is called a brain map. And then what neurofeedback is we actually, from that brain map, can have someone come in, watch a movie, and we can train the brain to come back to optimal rhythms. And how we do that is you're watching a movie from Netflix and the movie's going in and out. It's kind of obnoxious the first couple of times, but then you get used to it. As you're watching that movie, it's set to a frequency from that brain map that we did earlier. And those frequencies are actually the movies going in and out, and it's telling the brain, hey, come back here. Hey, come back here. It's also really good about resetting the left and right hemisphere. Sometimes like in the prefrontal cortex, which is where we do our learning, if the left and right hemisphere aren't connecting properly, that can cause some issues with a lot of short and long-term memory. So reconnecting that left and right hemisphere, doing that brain training can allow the brain to come back to optimal rhythms. So why neurofeedback? Let's say someone comes in, they're having anxiety and insomnia, so they're not able to sleep properly or think properly or having panic attacks. When we reset that brain and get the brain to connect properly, and then we work on the gut and we work on that inflammation and get the gut to calm down and give it proper nutrition and get everything working properly, we can get the anxiety to go away, get people sleeping better. I talked earlier about the prefrontal cortex where we do a lot of memory. The prefrontal cortex is our administrative assistant, it's our organizer. And so if we can get all that working properly, we can get the whole body to be at its optimal health, which is very important, is our optimal health and to feel good. And so I hope you enjoyed this video today, and cheers to your health. I'm Kay Spears, and my website is www.kayspears.com, and my phone number is 210-764-2121. You can go to the website and find out more information about your gut and your brain.